Hello and welcome to the unofficial Untitled Pokemon podcast that I don't remember the name of, or Faraway Island podcast. I'm your host, Brandon. I'm joined with two guests. Introduce yourselves. I'm a mental
Introduce
case.
Yourselves. Introduce yourselves.
Who wants to be
Silence.
Introduce yourselves. Ah, yes. So this is the voice in my head 1 and the voice in my head 2.
This is me suffering a mental attack. Great.
I'm the voice in Brandon's head 1.
It's in Brandon's head 2.
God damn. Is this a really? All right. We'll stick with that. We don't even need to know names, but we're finally a trio after 2 months or so.
Month and a half or two, yeah.
Yeah, it's been a while. So, all right. So, topics today are favorite new mainline Pokemon games or features in the main games, and least favorite in the mainline games, and then because I thought it was funny, and it still is going to be funny. Best girl and best boy for, I guess, any thing Pokemon related. I guess, like
Yeah.
games or the series.
Anime or manga, if you read that.
Monk. Oh, boy.
Who reads manga?
Nobody.
Who reads in general?
Nobody.
In this day
What
and
is
age,
read?
in this economy,
Everything's all done on computers. So, who wants to start off with favorite new features in mainline? Because I'm still thinking of my main particular one.
do they have to be specifically from the recent game, or do they have
No,
can
just in
Just
general.
any of the mainline games.
Okay,
I think I know what you're going with.
feeling
you
too.
already know. I've already ranted about this for fucking ages.
Yes.
Mega Evolution is really good.
I
Like-
absolutely agree with it.
I don't understand why they phased it out. It was such a good feature. It allowed the non-meta picks to have not only new designs, but to have some sort of relevance. I mean, even the megas that weren't like, in OU or Uber, like Glalie, Mega Glalie was huge with Explosion because of Glaciate.
Yeah.
So like Glaciate Explosion, it was no joke from a Mega Glalie. And then you had Mega Beedrill is a massive example of like reinvigorating, I guess, a Pokemon's place in the meta. Because suddenly Beedrill went from like almost completely not used at all, like in NU, to like, or was it PU? I can't remember.
I think
But,
it was
like,
in PU.
And then it went to UU because of like how strong Mega Beedrill was. I think it was in OU before Accelerock came in, like as a move. But
yeah,
then,
because it was introduced in Generation 7.
yeah. But before that, it was a menace because it would just run Protect, Drill Run, Poison Jab, and X Scissor, I think, and it would just kill everything because it had adaptability, it had massive speed and attack. Poison Jab just dealt with fairy types, which were a huge problem back in Gen 6. But like, you know what I mean? Like, and do we even need to talk about Mega Metagross and like Salamence
Yeah.
and Pinsir?
No, I don't think we need to really like talk about those because like I think they were pretty popular from what I remember.
Yeah, no, well, I mean, they were Uber or OU, like they were the top of the top. But anyway, like that's definitely one for me. So, yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, mine was gonna be Mega Evolution too. Now I
Yeah.
gotta think of something different. Son of a gun.
Well, you can say like your
what?
reasoning behind it to why you like Mega Evolution as opposed to anything
Yeah, I
else.
guess. But I just didn't want to try. I just wanted to keep it somewhat different. But
Fair
that does
enough.
make sense.
I'm just
You
trying to
could've
think of like
added
other
to it.
features
Mm.
that we've seen
Right.
that wasn't just like Mega Evolution, which was revolutionary.
I'm gonna go super old school though with mine.
Oh, here we go.
Oh no.
The introduction of online.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
okay. That's
I'm going old school because I've been playing since Red, Blue, and Yellow. and sure you could trade, but you needed to be in the same room with the connector cable.
With a cable
But-
or a wireless adapter if you bought Leaf Green or Fire Red. I don't know
Yeah,
if
but
they
I'm
sold
saying that
them
was
separately at
before
the
that.
time.
And then Gen 4 came.
I think there was a package for that.
Okay.
There was
I
a little
wasn't
package
100%
to have the
sure.
adapter. I think. I'm not positive. It's been forever. Anyway,
All right. It's been
but
like,
when it became like
15
more
years.
mainline, like in Gen 4 with Diamond and Pearl,
Yeah.
it just helped.
Because that's pretty much like the evolution of technology for
Yeah.
handheld. It was like,
Right.
sure, still sprites and stuff like that, but they were all updated and they looked a lot more realistic. And then as well, like obviously
like-
the introduction to online, where we had the
Right.
GTS, where you can finally trade literally from someone from across the world. And then
I wouldn't say they were. Sorry, I would say the sprites were more realistic, Brandon.
I mean,
At
the time,
there was more clarity. Like you
More
could
clarity,
see
yeah, there
them
we go.
a lot better. Like
a lot more like,
definition.
clearer looking, I guess.
A lot more clear. Yeah. They just didn't look like pixels.
Even though they
Red
still
and
were
blue,
pixels.
Oh my god.
Shh, I
Red
know.
red and blue and all that. My god. Just like thinking about that, like, because I remember like playing it and going like, God, how are you even supposed to tell what color they
How do you
Like,
run?
or
Literally.
like even like,
How do you run in this game?
How does one run? Oh wait,
When do I get the running shoes? Where's my mom?
And I swear to God, if people for some reason like who watch this comment and say, hey, well, red and blue didn't have color, it's like, yeah, but like the point still stands of like you could barely tell what they were supposed to be. like imagine looking at like muck on like the very old shit, like what. Like it was even more of a blob than it is now.
Actually,
I'm gonna quickly
What
look
did
at the
it?
sprite sheet.
Sprite.
Quick.
Yeah, I was actually looking at the muck sprite from like blue and
Also, I can't.
blue and red. Yeah, it did not. Yeah, it just looked weird, like straight weird.
Yeah.
Like it looked like it had it on like its first sprite here. It had its like its arm up. Not gonna lie, when I was a kid, I had no idea what the hell that was supposed to be.
Yeah, no, it's
Well,
just
I
like,
mean, a lot of us probably didn't know what they were when we were kids.
Right?
Ooh, Dwagon, that cool in, isn't it? I like Dwagon.
What?
Okay, so Brandon, what's your
Yes.
what's your take? What's your pick? Your take? Your
I
preference?
But yeah, Mega Evolution is definitely like the big feature, especially with like X and Y being like new generation and introducing such a brand new mechanic. And then we had what was after that? We had Z moves, which honestly wasn't horrible because there was a way to stop it, and it. Well, as in, like, you know, you can use Protect and it won't insta-kill you, as opposed to, like, now with Gigantamaxing and Dynamaxing in general, where even if you get, like, one Sword Dance up and then you Dynamax that Pokemon, you can still insta-kill everything, which is ridiculous. And it's just unbalanced, I feel. I feel like
Dynamaxing... Yeah, sorry, go on.
Because I feel like with like Dynamaxing, they should have, you know, maybe worked on it a bit more. Because, you know, get like one max knuckle off, you also get a stat boost and then kill something. And then even as well with like the new Pokemon we got with the Calyrex Shadow Riders, like they're broken. They shouldn't be allowed to have their ability proc. Or even be able to Gigantamax or Dynamax in general.
They shouldn't be allowed.
Well, we should just. We'll push that. We'll sweep that away for a bit, but yeah. But yeah, I think Mega Evolution was definitely my favorite because, as you said, like you can utilize like so many different Pokemon that weren't even meta at the time. Because like I played Mega Slowbro, Mega Sableye. They were like super fun. And I remember like doing really well at a tournament back in the day when we had tournaments.
Yeah, I mean, granted, Sableye was already meta before the Mega Evolution because it was still in OU at the time, despite the fairy weakness, because Prankster was just very good.
Yeah.
Either that or it was in Borderline. Actually, it might have been in UU, and then its Mega was in Borderline, I think, actually. But it was there are definitely Megas that didn't really make the cut, you know, in terms of improving. Like Mega Venusaur actually was used, honestly.
I'm just trying to think.
I feel like Mega Blastoise wasn't the most popular.
Its design
Like,
wasn't great either.
its design, no, yeah, well, yeah, but even
Is it even in use?
in a like its
That's what it
stats
got
in a
Mega
vacuum and
Launcher is
everything.
its
It got
ability?
Mega Launcher, which essentially meant you had to run Water
You
Pulse
gotta
on
run
it
pulse moves, yeah.
instead of things like Hydro Pump. See, if Mega Launcher changed the description to say "and pump moves" or like beam pump
I'd say like
pulse.
projectile type attacks. But even though I feel like that'd
Well,
be overcomplicating
yeah,
it.
that would be too simple of a description then. I mean, you could say that projectile just means like anything that, like, pulse, anything that has pulse, like blast, like that shit like that.
Yeah.
Like energy ball wouldn't count in my eyes, but like things like dark pulse would, aura sphere. Actually, no, not aura sphere. No, but or you could just say special attacks, because at that point it's just like most of them are just projectiles.
True.
So like fuck it. Like Clawitzer used to run, what was it? It was Aura Sphere, Water
Yeah.
Pulse, Dark Pulse,
And sometimes
and
Dragon Pulse, I think.
I think it could learn Dragon Pulse, yeah.
Yeah.
So it would run those four, but Aura Sphere still benefit off of Mega Launcher despite it not being. It was weird.
Yeah.
So, and yeah,
Gen 5 we had gems. I thought they were pretty
gems were good.
good. Because yeah, it was pretty much like your one use item, and if like something protects or the attack misses, you've lost that item for the rest of the match.
Flying Gem Acrobatics
That
was
was
a menace though.
disgusting.
With Unburden as well. Like holy shit.
That was used
That
on
was Drift Blim, right?
Gliscor or Gligar, right?
Drift Blim used it a lot
Oh, was it? Okay.
because it's immune to fighting, so
True.
it could switch
Yeah.
into a fighting type and just set up. Yeah, but also obviously the main the main ones, the Pokemon that
Pokey dudes.
used it, Pokey people that used it were like Archeops and all them, like the
Right.
Gen 5, essentially just the quintessential Gen 5 flying types.
Oh yeah.
So like actually how many I'm just thinking how many
That's
flying
dangerous.
types are actually in Gen 5? Like just in like the Unovan decks. Like we had
there's a
Unpheasant,
good amount.
we had
Unpheasant,
Swanna,
Swanna,
and I'm talking
the,
about fully
the
evolved just to make it
Therians,
easier.
or the
Um,
genies.
Oh, yeah, I guess the genies. Yeah, true.
Because I know Tornadus liked using acrobatics.
At least
let's-
Therian did.
What else do we have? We had Braviary.
Oh yeah, Braviary. I forgot about that.
Mandibuzz.
Mandibuzz. Okay, it was a bit more than I thought, honestly. Because I was like, hold on. There's really like really a few there. There's like two. I thought there was only like 3 or 4.
Sigilif.
Oh yeah, Sigilif. Sigilif. Oh god, Sigilif.
That's a flying ghost type, if I recall.
Psychic.
Flying Psychic.
Or psychic. Yeah.
You call yourself a fan.
The Swoobat
Shut up! I
line.
had a brain fart. As soon as I said it, I'm like, no, it's not Ghost, you dumbass.
Idiot.
What's another good feature?
I'm just trying
Hidden
to
abilities.
Yes.
Oh yes. Generation 5 was the first to introduce the. Generation 5 introduced so much stuff.
Yeah. Gen 4 arguably did more for the general franchise as a whole, like in terms of like defining stuff because like of the special split with the special physical split and everything.
Yeah.
But Gen 5 did a lot for quality of life and also like tweaking some other shit, like some other systems, and also improving just the basic existing shit that's already there. So it's like, hey, what if every Pokemon had a hidden ability that you could get by interacting with the Entralink and the Dream Space or whatever the
The
hell?
Dream World,
And
yeah. I remember
yeah,
that as a kid.
Yeah.
The Entralink, by the way, I never used it, but I kind of like the idea of it. And like especially like the visual kind of or like the visualizations of it all, like you would cross a barrier into another world. And it's like that's cool. I like that.
Yeah. I'm just trying to...
Especially and it fit with the theme of the games too, or just like the main theme of Black and White. It's like, oh, they're flipping the sides. Ooh.
Yeah. It really
No, but
is.
it's good though.
Oh, absolutely. I feel like a lot of people didn't really get to like use that feature a whole lot because I guess a lot of people didn't really have like access to like the internet through like their because like the DS it's a lot more complicated to set up an internet connection, while with like the DSi you could just go into your settings and it's all there.
Mm.
And then as well, like having access to Pokemon Global Link. I think the website was called a very long time ago before. I think they shut it down. I'm not 100% sure. So I know they did say they're gonna close some website. I don't remember. But yeah, I just remember like I spent a good amount of time doing like the Dreamworld games and getting the Pokemon for my Pokemon White game. I think I was playing at the time. And apparently they had an Arceus event. Who knew?
Mm.
But yeah, so Legends Arceus comes out tomorrow as of this recording, so yay. So I think I'll just stick with Mega Evolution because that's definitely like one of my highlights for the past many years of playing Pokemon.
Fair enough.
Or at least
Yeah.
for like competitive. Alright, so least favorite features. I think I know what number 1 is. Does anyone have that's not the Dynamax or Gigantamax feature by chance?
Nope.
Wait, sorry, say again.
So for our least favorite feature, does anyone have like one that's not Gigantamax or Dynamax?
I'm thinking. Oh, okay.
I'm
I
trying to
gotta
think as
about
well. Because this is a biggie.
Yeah, I can't think of anything
this.
besides.
In terms of added, see, because if I had to choose a system that had existed for a while, it would be limited TM usage. What a joke! What a joke of a fucking thing. It's like, oh, you got an earthquake. Now you can only use it once. Fuck you.
True.
Yeah,
Like,
essentially.
it's like that's so shit. And the fact they brought it back for the remakes was so stupid, in my opinion. A remake is supposed to improve upon and make like it's supposed to keep most of the original game intact, right? But it's supposed to take what was good about all of that generation and or about the games that they're remaking, right? And
Yeah.
put them into the games.
No,
Like
what are you talking about? One time UCMs was the greatest feature of all time. So, no, what are you talking about? One time use is the greatest thing that they ever did. What a smart thing they did.
Yeah, yeah. Because it's like... Because...
I guess
it's like, oh, hey...
Oh, yeah.
Sorry,
go ahead. Go ahead.
No, you can go.
No, oh my god.
I was going to say a feature.
Oh, I was just going to say, with the whole, like, TM1 per use BS was so dumb, man. It was like back in Gen 1, you had Dig, for example, one of the most strongest moves in that game. And you could only use it once, which I guess made sense. But at the same time, it sucked so bad.
It
Because
really
what
did.
if you used it on one of your mons, and then it wasn't like part of your final team. It's like, well, I'm SOL now.
Like you give it to an Onyx, and then you go, well, I could have used Dig on like my Rhydon.
Right?
Yeah,
Exactly.
exactly. It's
Yeah.
just so stupid. Also, like if we're like existing systems again, like HMs, I know they got rid of them eventually, but not really.
They're
They
still there.
a water Pokemon should be able to just surf and go up waterfalls naturally. I'm fine with having to get badges to do that, but I don't want to have to teach a move that's specifically for that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If waterfall and surf were, I don't know, uh, like you could rename the moves. Like for example, like I don't know, waterfall, call it torrential bash or something. And then like surf, you just call it like tsunami. And then like you know what I mean? And then you could just
Yeah.
say like, oh well, let them surf naturally and like push boulders naturally. If they're like if they're rock ground or fighting, they can push boulders without having to use like an HM or something. Because that way, your team would firstly wouldn't have to suffer through HM slavery,
Yeah, agreed.
and secondly, your team would inherently become diverse because you need a fighting type or you need a ground type, right? Do you see what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it would make so much sense if they did it like that, because that way it they want to catch them all in a way, right? Because it's like,
At least you
well,
would want to.
yeah, you would want to try and catch different Pokemon, because for me, every time it's like, right, I gotta catch my HM slave, and it's over. Like,
Alright,
that's it.
Bidoof, you're coming with me for the rest of my run, and you're just
Yep,
gonna stay as a Bidoof.
yep.
You may be lucky to
Ferret
evolve
in
into
Gen
B-Barrel,
2.
unless I find one in the Safari Zone.
Yeah, Ferret in Gen 2 was just like, right, I'm gonna teach you Surf, I'm gonna teach you Cut, I'm gonna
Cuts. They
teach
got
you
Rock Smash
Rock Smash, I think.
and Strength.
Yeah.
I think those are the main ones.
Also, can we just agree that Rock Climb is the most shit HM they've ever made?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, out of all of them, because even Cut, right? Like, it's shit. It's a shit move. But at least, I mean, the thing about Rock Climb is it's so late in the game too, and it's so awful.
It's like
It's
I
so
can't remember.
bad.
It's so bad. I don't even remember. It's like its base power was like really low.
It's
Too.
no,
It
it's
was like
80
80,
power,
and then like
Oh,
but
is it
the
90
80?
problem with it
accuracy,
is that it's
wasn't
a
it?
normal type move. This is what I hate about most HMs too, is that like they haven't changed most of the typings for them that are normal type. Like Rock Climb should be a rock move,
Yeah,
just
and
straight
then
up.
Cut
Yeah,
should
it
be a
makes
steel
sense.
move.
Rock Smash should not. I mean, you can make it a fighting move. Honestly, it's not that bad. But like, Cut should be grass, in my opinion. Like, yeah, it's a
Grass or
simple move.
steel?
No, grass.
Just grass?
Because think about how early you get it, right? If you had a steel type move early on, it'd be kind of broken. Because you could have it on like normal types that like. The point is like they wouldn't do that.
Okay.
I don't
Gotcha.
think anyway. Steel's quite strong early game, and then like in late game, it's not terrible, but it's just you got to be more careful because there's fire types everywhere and ground types. But point is, just fucking change the types. That literally will make them
Just
at least
update them,
somewhat
yeah.
viable, or make it so Rock Climb, I don't know, has an extra effect. Because the other thing about most
It
of the
confuses,
HMs,
doesn't it?
no,
I
it
thought
doesn't.
I thought it inflict
Does it?
confusion.
It doesn't. It does nothing other than damage.
I could have sworn it caused flinch.
It doesn't.
Not flinch.
I thought it was flinch.
Unless they updated it in like Gen 6 or something.
I'm pretty
Unless
sure they
wait, there wasn't in Gen.
Generation
It was introduced in Gen 4.
IV, I forgot what number that is, to Gen 7, Rock Climb inflicts damage and has 20% chance of confusing the opponent.
Yeah.
Okay.
Really?
Sword Shield cannot Sword and Shield that wasn't in the game, I don't think.
I never knew that it confused. Possibly because I never fucking used that awful move.
Fair enough.
See, because here's the debate and here's the argument. Why would I use Rock Climb when I can use return,
and which is a lot better,
which is a lot better,
and also has
does more
100%
damage,
accuracy as
and
opposed
has
to rock climb, which is 85.
Are you kidding?
No, it's
Oh,
85
that's what I was
accuracy.
remembering. That's
It
what
is
I was
terrible.
remembering. So it is awful. Great. So it only has a 20% chance to confuse. It has 80 power,
It has 90 power.
90 power, 85
That's
accuracy. Return has up to 102 power. With max friendship.
Yep. It's 100%
and is
accurate.
100% accurate. That's all you need to say.
Hmm.
It has less
Which is
power
better?
points. It has less power points than actually no, I think it has
They
the
got
same
the
power
same.
points.
They're both 20, aren't they?
They're both base 20. Yeah. That's just funny. The fact dude, this is why you need shit. I'm so glad they got rid of dive though eventually. Like don't get me wrong, Gen 3 and all that, like the dive music is like iconic. And I do kind of like the dive sections, but at the same time, it's just another HM. You know what I mean? Like it's just another one you gotta have.
It would have been cool if they just learned it like naturally.
You know, it would be cool if just every water type Pokemon could dive.
It would just dive.
Like
No,
they
you're
were
talking
just
about
able
dive
to.
with a Staryu.
Yeah, well you can.
Yeah, I know. It's in the first movie. We've seen it.
Oh yeah. Shit, you're right. But like water types, generally speaking, whether it's in the anime or in the games, are shown being in the water or underneath the water naturally. They don't need a move to do it. Stop making
Oh, wait a
it.
minute, Brandon.
Hmm?
I think it was shown in Battle of or one of the SS Anne episodes too. Staryu was swimming underwater as well.
I don't remember.
Yeah. It wouldn't surprise me.
Right?
They can fly, so it's not very hard to imagine them swimming
They use
underwater.
the
Literally-
best move, spinning tackle.
Oh,
And Raticate
God.
can use high jump kick. What?
Dude, just anyway, we need to get back on track because I think we're going off a bit.
Yeah. So there isn't any other. I was gonna say contests. Like honestly, I just found them boring, and there was really nothing to it.
I think what's unfortunate about contests is that in the anime they're much more interesting than they are in the
Yes.
game.
They made it seem so much cooler, and then you could do like these combination moves and stuff like that. And then here you just go
That would have been
press
cool.
the A button.
Imagine if you had a contest in the games where it's like, right, you use this move and then you use this other move and it creates like a flashy like alternate move and the judges are like, yo, that's pretty cool. And you
Yeah.
get cool bonus. And it's like, yes. But instead they're just like, yeah, press the A button.
All right, press
A
this
button
move
when
that's
game.
specifically
Press the
for this
B button.
category, and if you push that move again, you're going to make the director sad because you used the exact
Right.
same
Yeah.
move twice.
Like technically they did have that in Gen 4 at least. I don't know if they had in Gen 3. It probably was there, but
I think they
for
did in
me,
Gen 3.
I think combining the moves and stuff would have made it cooler.
It definitely would have
Instead of
been.
just using a move. And oh my god, speaking of contests, Feebas to Milotic or Milotic evolution requirement in the old days.
Gen 3, it was so
Gen
much of a
3
pain.
was and in Gen 4 because the Prism the scale
yeah,
the
the
Marvelous
Prism scales.
scale wasn't until Gen 5. So
Yeah.
Gen 4 it also was like that. So you'd have to get your Feebas to how much beauty was it? Was it max?
You
I
had to
think
get it to
Max
max
beauty.
beauty.
max beauty, and then you had to level it, and that was just oh boy.
That was a task and a half. And even just finding
I
a
think it was
Feebas.
Finding a Feebas was a task. Getting it.
Yep.
Getting it to learn beauty moves is also a task because apparently it doesn't have a lot of them.
Doesn't it only have like splash?
It has like
Flail, and
one or
tackle?
two.
Those are the
Well, no,
only
it
moves that
does.
gets
It does
access
learn
to?
more
It does?
as it levels up, I think. But like, it's like, why would I bother? So basically, I can't remember what the beauty moves were, or at least the ones that you'd use on it. But I think it was like surf, maybe. Um, And then yeah,
Was
and then
Waterfall Beauty or was that tough?
I don't know. You could look it up probably. Like
Oh
all
yeah, you
contest move Gen
oh
4.
yeah.
Um, but just it was such a pain in the ass. And then the Marvelous Scale came out, and it was like, oh, thank God. And then you saw that it had to be traded, and you were like, God, fucking damn it.
Yeah, they just made it even more annoying. Because you need to have a
Okay, hot
friend.
take.
Who has friends?
Hot take. And it's not really a hot take. It's a pretty fucking cold take actually. But
Okay.
trade evolutions should be an alternate way of obtaining some mons as opposed to leveling them up with an item. And what I mean is, I'm not saying leveling them up once with an item, I mean leveling them up to a certain level with that item equipped. So, if you had a Feebas, right, and you wanted to level it up to whenever, I don't know, like let's say
Let's say
level
50.
level 30, just to make it like where you'd have like most of your third evolutions for shit.
Okay.
So if you put it to level 30, right, for the evolution of Milotic or Milotic or fucking however you say it,
However people want to pronounce it.
however people say it,
Potato
but like,
potato.
but basically like the Marvelous Scale would allow Feebas to evolve at that level, or if you traded it and it would instantly evolve. So you could do both. One would get it way faster than the other, but you would eventually get it anyway. I think that's how they should have done trade evolution items from the beginning. Because that way it's like, well, if you have friends, you get more benefit, but you can still get the other thing. It's a pain in the ass when you catch a Magmar and you can't evolve it because you don't have friends to trade it with a Magmarizer.
Yeah.
Right.
Or an Electrizer with
Or
Electabuzz. It's like,
Electabuzz.
goddammit. Speaking of
Or the
Electivire,
protector
though.
for Rhyperior.
Oh yeah, true. Or the
Upgrade.
Z drive.
And the dubious disc.
Oh, why did I think it was the Z drive? I mean, it would make more sense, honestly.
It would have been cooler.
Porygon
But no, they just called
Z,
it the dubious disc.
the dubious disc.
Very dubious.
By the way, I love Porygon. Porygon's like that whole evolution line is like one of my favorite normal types ever. Like just bar none.
Yeah.
Like although I would have
I do like
preferred if it was like a steel ghost type or a normal ghost type. Because it would have made more sense to me. Because it's like a possessed bit of code. You could just say that. You know?
Right.
But anyway,
I can get
that's
behind
besides the point. I could also get access to Shadow Ball then too. Okay. Yeah, no, I think.
Alright, so I'm just trying to think. There's
Oh,
nothing
yeah,
really
sorry.
anything else.
Not that I can think of. No, not really.
Mm-mm.
There's not a lot that I can say I truly dislike in terms of features added.
Okay, I just remembered the PokerStar Studios in Black and White 2. Where you were forced to...
You didn't like them?
Had to do it once, and then I don't know, it just... I tried doing
Never
them,
did it
and
again.
it was just not really fun. Like,
Bruh.
it was cool seeing, like, making a movie, and then you see, like, Mecha Tyranitar, which is the coolest thing I've seen. And they should bring that back, because that'd be hype.
I mean, yeah, but like, I'm surprised you don't like that shit because like that stuff to me, like it wasn't perfect, obviously, but it was better than the first game stuff with like the concert stuff.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't like
The
that.
crappier version of contests, because you literally do
Somehow
nothing
you made it
else.
worse.
You do
The
nothing else
thing
other
about-
than putting a costume or little bits and bobs on your character.
Oh, and
that's it.
telling them when to twirl shit.
Oh. Oh.
The difference is, with the other contests, at least you can make them go faster by just spamming the A button. With these, you couldn't because it was unskippable, and you had to go through the whole thing every time.
Yeah.
It's a wonder. It's just stupid. I mean, obviously for a kids game, like you know why it's there, but it's also
But
like
still, they had like an interactable one with like
mm,
contests, and then they just go, "All right, kids, here you go. Here's a thing. You're gonna be watching like half of it, and then if you're lucky, you might be able to twirl your Pokemon. And make sure you twirl it at the right time, though. If you don't, you're gonna get slapped in the face, or your Pokemon's gonna get stolen from you. I don't know. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's definitely a lot worse than the movie. I
because the
completely
movie
forgot
one at
about it.
least had like interesting shit going on, and also had goddamn Bryson, the
He was
former
the
Ice Gym leader, as a fucking
he was the
supervillain.
villain. Yeah. That's it.
And it's funny, and also really, it shows how much they fucking gave a shit about Gen 5 again, because they actually followed through with like what they were saying in the first games, which is that he used to be an actor, but then like he became a gym leader, and then now that he's not a gym leader anymore, he goes
And then
back
he
to
went back to
acting.
the
It's like,
acting. Yeah.
oh yeah.
It's just amazing how much like detail they put into Generation 5. And then even like the additions in the sequels. Like sure, I don't remember what the town or the little like island that we start in. That's not New Town. I don't remember what it's called, but yeah, just like starting there and then just pretty much like beginning the journey anew and then like revisiting all of Unova again,
Yeah.
as opposed to with like other games you just replay the exact same game but the story has changed slightly and doesn't really like impact a whole lot except for like Emerald where it had a really cool cutscene in Gen 4. Platinum where that was really fun, getting to see the entire distortion world as opposed to just like going to Turnback Cave and you see a Giratina there and you just go, what is that thing? What's the story behind you? And then you find out.
No.
But I guess
yeah.
we'll talk about Dynamax and how bad it is.
Oh, okay.
All right,
Here we go.
let's get into the meat of this least
in the meaty
favorite
center.
feature. So,
Uh,
overpowered as shit. It should not.
overpowered, lazy, doesn't require thought. Um, like it just doesn't. If you say to me that like, oh well, I need to do it at the right time. No, you don't. You can do it
Not
at any
really.
time, and it gives you benefit. It only benefits you. It gives you more health. It gives you more. Well, actually, it gives you more health. It gives
It
you
doubles
moves
your
that
base HP.
do. It doubles. Yeah, it doubles your max HP. It gives you way more utility on your moves. It basically like because of the fucking extra health, you basically don't take damage. Unless you're like I don't know, like a Hawlucha against like an Alakazam, but even then, it's like you could probably still live a hit. So like the people that say Dynamaxing and Gigantamaxing take any sort of skill or strategy, well, I mean, sorry, in-depth strategy, are lying to themselves.
Yeah,
Like it's just
it's very minimal.
yeah.
Like, I think like the only good thing is like it made you want to use more different types of moves for different benefits. So like
I
max
guess.
steel is plus defense, and then max ground is plus special defense because you
But
would
here's
want
what
that boost. But other than
right,
that, it's not really a whole lot.
but here's the thing that makes it shit is that every single steel move becomes one move. Every single normal type move becomes
Becomes
one
one
move.
move.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
what it should have been was they should have done Z moves, but for every move. And that sounds like a lot of work because it is, but it would have made it more enjoyable And at least there would have been some sort of strategy to it, because it means that if I Dynamax now, then I get these benefits currently. You know, like it's so stupid. Like it's just so lazy. And the other thing too is Dynamaxing and Gigantamaxing, especially Gigantamaxing. People don't really realize, they didn't really realize at first, but it's just Mega Evolution.
Yeah.
It's just Mega Evolution without the Mega Stone. If you
so I'm
think
not the
about
only
it,
one that noticed that.
no, it literally is. It's just
it's
like,
not literally. That's exactly what it is.
Gigantamaxing, especially because they have different forms. Like, do I even need to say anything else other than like it's just a blatant recycle?
No,
That's
not
what pisses
really.
me off. Is not the fact that Gigantamaxing, Dynamaxing, because like all of that stuff still actually no, all of that stuff still pisses me off. But what pisses me off the most is that it's just Mega Evolution again, but it's not Mega Evolution.
And then it's
So it
also
sucks.
Z moves, but not Z moves.
Yeah, and as a result, they've combined the two most like, because Z moves were like, okay, I don't like them, but they're better than like what we have now. And
Agreed.
Mega Evolution for me was like perfect. Like that's where we should have been. Because Mega Evolution again, it gave new Pokemon, it gave new forms to Pokemon. It reinvigorated the meta. Because again, like we'd get, like mons that we'd never even think about using suddenly being used
Like, really
again.
good. Like
And the
Mawile.
other, right? No one used Mawile before it's Mega at all. Even when, like, even before, like, the Mega Stone and stuff, like, when it got its typing changed or whatever, like, people didn't use it. And then they found the Mega Stone and everything. I was like, oh, okay, yeah. Like, you know what I wanted to see, like, for Mega Evolutions? I wanted to see Mega Flygon,
Yep, that was
fucking
the
Mega
biggest one.
Yen
Everyone wanted
Mega,
that one.
Mega Dog Trio. Mega Dog Trio would have been so cool. It could have been like a massive like group, like a massive like a crowd of Dog Trio. You know what I mean? And then like you have
Yeah,
a big one in the
the
middle,
big buff
and then you
Doug
have like a
Trio.
big ass, and then you have a big ass one in the middle, and then they all like move like, oh, that would have been so good, man. Dude, the like Mega Tangrowth even, for fuck's sake.
Yeah,
Mega
that would have been really
Carnivine.
cool.
Mega Carnivine though. Like shit. Yo, speaking of which, if I don't see a Carnivine, Hisuian Carnivine, I'm a not be happy. I'm a not be a happy boy. Carnivine deserves some fucking love, man. Venus Flytrap, yet didn't get utilized at all for anything. Has no evolution. What kind of a joke is that?
I'm just looking at
Sorry.
like different Mega Carnivine arts.
Yeah. Carnivine had so much potential for either a Mega or an Evolution. And they did
And
nothing.
they didn't go for it, no.
They did nothing. It just proves to me that like they, it doesn't. It proves to me that they don't care about improving things. They care about selling only. Because it's the same thing that people were like a bit weird about with like X and Y, where they gave the Mega Stones to the starters, like the Kanto ones, instead of
Yeah,
the
instead of
the
newer
region
ones.
starters.
Yeah.
It's like why do that?
And then as well, why are the Kanto starters in Kalos?
Well, nah, you can kind of justify that, but it's
I
more
mean,
about like,
but
well, how do they have
yeah.
Mega Stones, or at least in the first in the first thing? Like, it doesn't make sense. They should have done Mega like if for X and Y, right? In my opinion, they should have done Megas for only the X and Y Pokemon at the beginning, and then they should have
And then
branched
when
it
they
out.
went to Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, that's when they should
Yes, then they could have
done
gone
that
free
thing.
reign with it. But like again, going back to Carnivine, I know it's not only about Carnivine, but I swear to God, it's like for me that and Girafarig are the two Pokemon that get forgotten. They get forgotten about. No one remembers Carnivine or Girafarig. Do you remember Giraffrig until I mentioned it?
I did
Yeah.
actually. I was
There
like,
you go.
oh yeah, it's Mega Evolution, or like potential like Mega Evolutions. That would have been so cool.
Imagine a mega like Giraffrig where like the tail grows out to like I don't know, or it becomes like a Chimera giraffe. That would be cool. But you know, we didn't get it, did we?
No.
And again, I'll fucking like. Don't get me wrong. I love the idea of Mega EM Mega, but like Carnivine needs it the most, or needed it the most, and like didn't get shit. So.
What other weird megas do we get?
Or should we get? Or
Mega.
did we get?
We did get. We got Mega Ordino.
Oh, what a joke! What a joke of a Mega. Like, I get its ability is useful, but everything else about it is awful.
Yeah.
It just gains more weaknesses. It literally does. Instead of being one weakness, which is fighting, it gains three. It gains steel, poison. Oh no, sorry. It gains another weakness, but that's still poison in the meta it came out in was very prevalent, and Mega Beedrill was a thing too, right? So poison jab dead. And steel, like Mega Steelix, you know, like and all that shit. Like Ordino had no place at all. Like Mega Ordino was just awful.
Yeah. And then another weird pick, Mega Diancie.
I hate that one. I get why they did it, but I hate it. It's so bad.
I honestly I don't get why they made it.
It's for the movie or whatever, right? Wasn't there a movie?
Yeah, I don't think it even Mega Evolved in the movie.
I think it surely. I mean, either that or it was in the anime itself. I don't know. But the point
Because the only time I saw,
they did
like,
it. They
Mega
did it
Evolve was in the
They did it for fucking pre-order / event shit, man. They
Something
didn't
dumb.
do it for any other reason other than that. So, yeah. You know what's a good example of like alternate forms, in my opinion? The Therian forms.
yes.
The current three we have. The current three
Just-
that we have.
Be careful with what you say.
I'm just saying. I can neither confirm nor deny. That's all I'm gonna say.
Someone doesn't want something.
Yeah, I don't want anything spoiled.
Oh,
Not that.
why'd you say that at the beginning?
Not that they were leading to anything.
Yeah, what the fuck? This would have been good information at the beginning, Brandon. You didn't say this.
No, whatever. It doesn't matter. He doesn't know. He doesn't know the full thing, so it's okay.
Anyway.
Any hoozle.
But yeah, they did like Therian forms, but just like maybe not just like genie Pokemon. Maybe like what would be a good one? Like other legendaries for like going for Therians.
No. I'm not saying we should have more Therians. But what I'm saying is like they were just good examples of like alternate forms that changed them up but kept them the same at the same time.
Yeah. So like having like a starter Therian form, for
Thunderous is the coolest fucking alternate form ever. It's like it looks like a Dragon Ball Z fucking thing. Like I swear, it's like some Shenron kind of shit.
Shenron's looking shit, eh? Fair enough.
I mean,
What?
it's not actually Shenron, but like it's a dragon, basically.
No, I know what you meant.
But like, and Tornadus,
I'm just giving you a shit.
Tornadus T or Therian, dude, the wingspan.
That wingspan though.
And obviously Landorus doesn't need an introduction with his Therian form because that was his most used form.
So broken.
And also it looks pretty good. It's like simple, but it works. Hold on, I will be back in a second. Just,
no problem. Alrighty, so guess we'll continue like Dynamax and why it sucks, or should we?
It's literally just
proceed.
To be fair, we pretty much got to the point. It's just too overpowered for
it's broken and unnecessary.
Very unnecessary.
Make sure Gen 9 does not bring it back.
Oh, you're right.
We don't
Bring Megas back.
Yeah, bring Megas back. They're amazing. Bring so much utility to Pokemon.
Brandon,
Yeah.
I'm gonna send you an image.
Okay.
Oh no.
No, it's good. I don't want to send it in here because it could be potential spoilers. It's just a static photo though. It's not showing anything spoilery. It's just like the HUD and everything. But
It's taking a bit to load up.
With McDonald's internet.
Oh.
yeah,
That's very interesting.
do you think I could send it to him? I feel like I'm
It's-
You know what? I don't care.
You,
Just
you
send
can.
it.
It's
not
really
a spoiler. It's literally showing
Yeah.
it's showing terrain and then it's comparing it. That's all it is.
Yeah.
I'll just send it
We've
in
already
the
seen
group.
that terrain in the trailer, I believe, so it's
Yeah,
okay.
it's not showing any spoiler shit. Now, I don't want to say that Nintendo and Game Freak are lazy, but also,
Oh boy.
like, just look at it. Like,
Oh
It-
boy.
It's very
do we need to explain?
blatant.
Yikes.
You'll have to get that image up in the video of
I'm
this
putting
podcast.
that in the podcast, yeah, so people have
That-
context.
That is
Yikes.
just so. That's yeah.
Oh boy.
16 years apart, by the way. That's
Oh
insane.
damn!
Yeah.
I didn't realize it was such a
That's-
long span. Jeez.
Look, there's
Can't
even
believe
reflections in the water there. I just noticed. They're probably static, to be fair,
Yeah.
like as in because there's no ray tracing, but yeah, still
Oh boy.
there's more effort in that and technical prowess than there is in that, which is current year. Which is
That's yikes for me, dog.
it's a bit yucky, to say the least. To say the very fucking least about it.
No.
And people are buying that.
I pre-ordered it.
Why, dude? Why?
I don't know.
Sword and Shield were already terrible.
That they were pretty bad, yeah.
That just
Oh,
makes
they-
it
they
even
did a-
worse.
There's a
Doesn't-
Breath of the Wild side-by-side comparison, and
we
Oh,
gotta,
no.
we gotta bring
God.
that up. That's
Oh, it's not completely side-by-side, but I'll send you the
yeah,
tweet.
like, roughly. Okay.
I'll send you the tweet because it has the images there.
Oh boy.
It's on the same console.
Oh yeah, I have seen that.
Yeah.
It's just so saddening, man. It clearly shows they have no like passion to put into the games anymore. Into Pokemon
Yeah.
at least.
Yeah,
Like
it's...
they just.
I
Stop
think the other
caring.
reason too that Breath of the Wild looks so good is because they had to actually try, because firstly, they hadn't done that before for Legend of Zelda, and secondly, it was the console's first game, right? Like first
Oh
original
yeah,
game.
because it was a launch title, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
So they had to try because they had to sell the console as well as the game.
2017, and then 2020. That's what we're getting from Pokemon. It is
Yikes.
a little sad.
Just a little bit.
Oh man.
AKA just step up your game there, Nintendo
Well,
/ Pokemon.
it'd be Pokemon, not Nintendo, because they're both.
Same
Nintendo.
difference. Same
Like,
difference.
hey
damn it.
Nintendo, make a better Legend of Zelda. That looks exactly like Pokemon. Or Pokemon that looks exactly like Legend of Zelda. Alrighty. I guess we're done with that for now. And we'll jump to who's that Pokemon?
It's obviously Pikachu.
How'd you know?
Wait, what?
No.
Oi,
Oh. All right, I'm Ash's starter Pokemon. It's Dragonite. Okay. Also, I got 3, but I very half-assed 2 of these because I may have fallen asleep while trying to write it. So
Nice.
So the first one is like proper. The other 2 are very jank. So the first Pokemon is I have a crown in my design, and it becomes more prominent through evolution. And then obviously my evolution line is inspired by royalty. And the final one is my final evolution has unique typing.
Wait, hold on. Wait, whoa.
Okay.
Sorry. I'm sorry. I fucking flashbanged myself. I sent you the image. I was just so distracted.
Oh no.
I can't send this one to the group.
No,
chat
you
'cause it's
can't.
spoilers.
That's a big spoiler. Oh my god. What's the odds they had that for inspiration? They just had that in the background and go, that's perfect. Well, anyway, so to reiterate, I have a crown in my design and it becomes more prominent through evolution. My evolution line is inspired by royalty, and my evolution has unique. My final evolution has unique typing.
Alright, forgive me. What was the first one?
I have a crown in my design and it becomes more prominent through evolution.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Do you need another hint by chance?
Unique type. Okay, hold on. Yeah, I might need one.
I don't know why, but for some reason, this Slowpoke line keeps coming to mind, but I know that's not right.
Just double checking real quick.
What a psychic.
But we'll say it's within the first 5 generations of Pokemon.
It still makes me think it's this.
Well, no, because
But what a psychic
No,
isn't that? Go ahead.
no, because Slowking is the only one with the crown.
Oh,
He
yeah,
said
that's right.
as it evolves, it gets more prominent, which means that it has it at the beginning, and it goes up.
Okay.
So, how can I ask how many steps are there in the evolution?
It's a 3-stage evolution.
Okay.
Crown based off royalty.
Based off royalty. Oh god. Okay.
I'm happy this first one is a lot more tricky than the other 2, hopefully.
Well, I don't really notice crowns. You know,
Well,
because
it's for the first 2 evolutions, it's just in the design in the face. So you don't see it unless you actually like look more in depth into the image. But when it becomes its final evolution, you definitely can tell that it's a crown. And then I'll add this in as well. It's very similar to a weapon. It could be a crown or a weapon.
No, that just makes me think of the Honedge line for some reason, because swords.
I said
And shield.
first 5 generations.
Yeah, I know. That's Gen 6, isn't it?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck.
Good work.
Unique. What the fuck?
Do you want me to say it's first typing?
Hold on. So crown goes through 3 stages. It's in the first 5 gens. It's not Nidoking, is it?
It is not.
It's not the Poliwag line, is it?
It is not.
No, because it's an item. King's Rock's an item. So
And then as well, you don't really see it in its final evolutions.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Poliwrath and Politoed.
Politoed, Politoed, Politoed.
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 Why am I so lost on this?
But you're on the right track. The first typing is indeed water.
That just makes it go back to my original, even though I know it's not right. I hate this.
Water. Oh my god, it's Empoleon, isn't it?
Yes, it is!
God damn it.
It is indeed the Piplup
Water Steel,
line.
unique
Oh my-
typing,
yeah.
Water Steel.
Trident Crown.
Yep.
God damn it.
There we go. Finally got it. I was happy about. I was very, very happy with that one in
It
particular.
always happens when nothing's being said. It's always that. It never happens, or it happens when I'm thinking of something else, and then I go, wait a minute. Because I can't remember. Oh god, that's just. Fucking, of course it's Empoleon.
All right. So this one, I'm very much like cheating. I'm using trivia to help me with this.
Bruh.
Bro.
It's the same with the other
Okay,
one.
well. Go ahead.
Okay. In the anime, this Pokemon is usually shown as much shorter than 4 foot 11 or 1.5 meters, which is height listed
Charizard.
in the game. It is much smaller than its height listed in. Oh, okay, never mind. That's not part of what I wanted to read. Its appearance is based on the snake-like Tsuchinoko cryptid of Japan.
What? Can you give us like facts that we know? Or things that we know? I don't know what that means.
I gotta double check. How freaking tall is Charizard?
It's like 4'11", isn't it?
Oh, it's
Or
5'7".
5'7".
In the
Surely it's not Charizard. That'd be too easy.
It's not Charizard. Charizard is not based off a snake.
yeah,
And
but
it's,
then you said it's.
I regret not doing things beforehand.
It shouldn't be that hard to figure it out. Like to do them. Like you could just do
Well,
them on the
like
spot.
I wanted to do it a bit more like differently this time, but also I just didn't have time.
It's not working.
It has wings, but it cannot learn the move fly.
Dodrio? No, that can learn fly. What was I'm thinking of the gen. There's one
I
gen
thought you said
1 model that
Dodrio. I'm like, what is wrong with you, sir?
Dodrio.
I know. I realized until later on. I'm like, whoa, that's I'm
Can't
thinking of
learn
the wrong.
fly, yet it has wings. This is a fucking riddle.
Why do I?
I thought that would have been very easy to get off of that, honestly.
I'm almost.
I mean, there are a lot of things that can't learn fly that you think can learn fly, though. That's the thing.
But the first thing I said is snake-like appearance.
Oh, Dragonair.
No.
No.
It's got the little wings on the side. What do you mean? It's got like the little ear wings.
It is, but that's not the Pokemon.
That bullshit. Okay.
But I'd say you're on the right track.
Dunsparce.
Yep.
Yep.
Instantly, I'm like,
My
Wait a
brain went
minute.
back to the Suchi.
no, the size thing makes sense. That's true. Because they constantly show it way smaller than it actually is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be
Because
really,
in the
really
Pokédex entry,
big.
it's like, is it like 6 foot or something? It's huge.
It's 4'11". It's 4'11".
Oh. Oh yeah, but then it's like,
And then for
even
some reason
smaller.
it's like smaller. Even though it's obviously supposed to be a massive snake.
It's one sneaky boy.
Wait, so Galv got both those points.
Yeah, let's not talk about it.
I feel like there's no point to win the third one. That saves me some effort. I mean, what?
I hate it here.
Get better at Pokemoning, sir. So
Get better at explaining, sir.
I did pretty well with Piplup. What are you on about?
Yeah, that worked.
You're just an idiot.
Fuck off.
No. You can gladly. Alrighty, so we're gonna jump into our last topic, which is a funny one because I'm like, you know what? This would be interesting as one as opposed to two separate ones. We're gonna go with the best boy and best girl for either be the anime, manga, or game. And also could be from any game, so you can just go like, oh yeah, from Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness, this character. I don't know why I'm saying it that way.
So, you already know who I'm gonna drop here, and if you don't, you're stupid. Skylar.
Saw that one coming.
By like a
Yep.
mile away.
That's a good one. Yeah.
I don't think I need to debate it. I really don't.
Gen 5 had
Anyone else?
Elisa as well. The supermodel.
Yeah, Lisa's pretty
True,
good.
but Skylar's better.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. Like Cynthia was definitely first for me. I'm like, she's a beauty. Yeah, I'm just gonna stick with Cynthia as
Cynthia's a good one.
first girl.
For
How about
best
you?
girl,
Misty?
yes, Misty. How did you know?
He's gonna go with me, I bet.
No, I'm going with Serena. I don't know. I just kind of like the storyline behind her and like Ash. You know how like they know each other.
I just
from the
feel like
past and
them
all that
knowing
fun
each other
shit.
is dumb.
Fair.
I don't know. I thought Serena was literally one of the most boring characters.
I give that to Iris.
What?
I
do you
hated her
mean?
in the anime. She's annoying, dude.
Oh, in the anime, maybe.
She is annoying in the anime, dude.
What character isn't annoying in the anime, bro?
Like any of Ash's
Good point.
companions are horrible.
Did you really just say that? Did
I
you
mean,
really just say
he-
Ash
he-
wasn't annoying?
No, Ash's companions, like they're terrible.
No.
And then
No.
he's the worst. He's the worst of them all.
He's the worst. He can't win a
Give me
Pokemon
Red.
League match to save his life, man. He can't win.
He did
He's
it once, and then they skipped it for some reason. Well,
awful. I know why they skipped it. Because
they
failure
wouldn't-
makes him a more relatable character. Meanwhile, literally, like everyone who plays a Pokemon game, just like,
Hey Ash, I just beat Cynthia
I just
with a
beat-
Magikarp.
I just beat Lance, my rival, right at the top of the mountain. I beat Steven and Wallace. I beat like it's just like, bro. I beat like every champion. What do you got? Fuck off.
I've beaten 8 leagues. How about you? What have you done? Oh, you beaten the Battle Frontier? Oh, good for you. How about any Pokemon leagues? No? Thought so. Except for that one time where he apparently won. I think it was a dumb reason. I don't remember. I watched it.
I know he won
whenever
the-
it aired a long time ago.
He won the non-canon league, the Orange Islands.
Yeah, that's canon. That doesn't mean anything.
I said non-canon.
Yeah, it still doesn't
You
mean
said
anything.
canon.
I said non-canon.
You said canon. Pew pew.
You can go leave.
Review the footage. I heard just straight up heard
I-
canon.
Can't. We're recording, you idiot.
called After the Recording, you idiot. Anyway.
No. You can do that yourself.
Huh? Can we just move on?
Yeah, best boy. Who's got one? Who's got best boy?
Possibly Barry.
Really?
Yeah,
Barry.
not from the anime, obviously, because
I kind of figured.
But in terms of rivals, Barry's best boy. He helps you at Spear Pillar, heals your Pokemon up at Spear Pillar, he helps you at the Battle Frontier to fight against an Elite Four member and a gym
his
leader.
Dad.
And his dad. Wait, no, it's not his dad. Sorry.
Yeah, Trainer Palmer is his dad. Or
No,
the battle
he doesn't.
tower.
No, that's not how it goes. It's the
It's
Faulkner and
right. Oh my god, I forgot.
The flame dude. What's his name?
Flint.
Flint.
A very creative name, by the way.
I mean, it's so creative that I couldn't remember it. But like, yeah, no, it's them two, and the only reason I remember is because they have an Electivire and a Magmortar. Because it's like the iconic like part of the battle where they're both out and they're like actually killing.
It's funny how Flint has a Magmortar then, and then you verse him in the Pokemon League, he doesn't have one until Platinum. Suspicious. It's almost like they didn't prepare Blaine to actually have fire Pokemon. It's almost like he was going to be a different typing, or have a completely dumb gimmick. Even then, I don't think. Well, we know why he has a Lopunny. We'll say that.
No comments.
That's the only reason it's there. I don't know. I've been exploring a lot of Gen 5, and I really like N. And then, because I was listening to like some behind the scenes stuff, and like originally they were gonna make N a lot more creepier in the design. Like, I was like, whoa, this would have been a really interesting direction if they would have gone that way.
I don't think it would have worked though.
Because sure, it would have mean that he would have been a bit more messed up in their head, but you know, he's fine the way he is, the way he can like communicate with Pokemon and go, I can hear their heart, and like, you know, they're saying that you're a good person or you're an asshole or anything like that.
I guess. I don't know. I don't think him being creepy would have really done anything. Like it wouldn't have added anything.
It wouldn't have made it
to his
best boy.
character. I think him being quote unquote again, pristine, is what makes his backstory more devastating, because it's like that looks can be deceiving sort of thing, because you think he's a spoiled entitled piece of shit, because it's like because like, you know, Gets is like, oh yes, I raised him and he will be king, but then you find out that Getsus was an abusive asshole, and then
pretty
it's
much like
oh.
tormenting N to become.
Well,
the
he
king,
manipulated N by showing him what he wanted N to see, to make him believe that he needed to save Pokemon, like liberate Pokemon from people. So like, yeah, it's I feel like even though they could have gone with the creepy thing, like I think it's better that they didn't.
Yeah, but yeah, just like this story is really amazing with N, and that the way that they've, and then even like N's farewell, like that theme,
Bruh.
amazing.
We've already talked about it on a podcast.
Yeah,
before.
we did.
Christ. What a like that generation with music was so good.
Yeah. Like the legendary theme was really bopping.
Oh yeah. Do the speed up.
Yeah. Oh. I don't know. This guy, someone here can't relate, so
Can
I won't leave it
confirm,
left
sadly.
out. Sadly. Just
I
chooses
need
to
to start
blatantly
listening.
ignore listening to music in games. All right.
God.
So, who's your best boy? Is it Ash? You love him that
It's
much?
totally Ash. Oh my god, he's the best.
Ash Catsup?
Yes, Ash ketchup. And yes, I said it that way on purpose. But no, I
don't want to know. I don't. I'm having a really bad image of what I'm. Okay, never mind.
stop. Just stop.
Yes.
Oh man, but best boy for me. I honestly never really thought of it.
You knew this was coming up. I told you
No,
ahead of time.
I know. But if I had to give it best boy, I'd probably just be kind of basic and give it to Red. Just because he doesn't say shit.
Boo.
I said it's basic.
I still say boo.
Boo you. Because
Boo-hoo.
just nostalgia factor and facing him and at the top of Mount Silver.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, like,
I
seeing that
guess,
in the
but he
remake
had
is pretty
nothing
cool.
else.
And then in the manga, he has more personality, of course,
Well,
Other than
yeah,
just
but have you
dot, dot,
read
because
the
it's
manga?
based off of. I have, not the whole thing, but I've read probably about
Lies.
Ladies and gentlemen, the one
80
manga
chapters?
reader on planet Earth.
The one
Or the one
person who
Pokemon
reads.
manga reader on planet Earth.
Someone
no,
who
I've read like the
reads.
first. I want to say 80 chapters for some reason, but that sounds like too many.
That doesn't sound like you read that much at all.
I don't, because
Why?
reading is lame.
Well, you read 80 chapters.
Because I was bored. I'll just
You're
say that.
so
'cause
bored that you just decide to read of your
Yep.
own free will.
Yeah. And plus, yeah, and that was a while ago.
I just remember a really interesting thing with like Red's character and his interaction with another character called, I think it was called Copycat, where pretty much like you would interact with him, and then because Copycat just repeats your dialogue, or people saying that he just repeats your dialogue, because you literally just say, because you see me saying stop it, stop like copying and all this stuff like that. I don't remember exactly everything because it's been a long time since I remember that piece of dialogue, but yeah, I feel that's like the only reason. That's the only like point in the game where Red kind of talks.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just I don't think Red.
But Red doesn't really have a personality, so
Yeah.
In the game, he doesn't, but he does in the manga for a little bit.
for a little bit.
For a little bit.
I don't know why I said a little bit, but he's the main character in the Adventures of Pikachu. I think it was what it was called.
Fair enough, I guess. I don't know. I don't think I have anything else to add upon that. Does anyone else?
No, not really.
No.
All right. Easy enough. All right.
Hmm.
I'll thank voice in my head number 1 and voice in my head number 2 for joining me today for this podcast, first of 2022, and hopefully not the last, because we still have we still got some stuff to talk about because we have been compiling a list. So thank you all for listening and or watching, and we'll see you next month or 3.
Maybe.
All right.
Maybe.
Bye, everybody.